Hey, welcome back to my channel, y'all. I'm a little under the weather, so excuse me if I sound kind of down. But anyway, I wanted to come to you with this discussion on a single Christian. New on Tubi, just dropped maybe I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. So this one takes place in Atlanta, and like I mentioned before when I did my review on Cards and Cognac, which takes place in Tennessee, Memphis in particular area. Um, I, when the movies, when these independent films, when they take place in southern states and the cast is dominantly southern, I do feel, I don't know if I should use the word feel, but I just get a more laid back vibe versus when I watch movies that take place in Detroit. And it's it's funny that I would feel that, but I think it's just, just a testament that here in the South maybe things do move a little slower or something. Like even if I watch um a movie that takes place in Detroit and it's like a love story or something, like there's still some more grit to it. And this is not an insult to either Detroit or down south. I'm just saying I noticed the difference when I'm watching the movies and where it takes place. So this lady, she's sexually abstinent, I think for I forgot how many years. She works at a church, she's saved. She's just basically trying to, live what she considers to be right for her. And her friends constantly like, girl, you need some dick. And, like the first date that we saw her go on in the movie, he was like, you seem like you don't break the rules too much. And she goes, well, it depends on what the rules are. And I guess he took that to mean something else. He tried to get her to his place. And she was like, nah. So then he was like, well, how about I pick you up tomorrow and we go have lunch? Of course, she hit him up the next day. He didn't answer, which that's stupid though, because if he know you was mad because she didn't give you none, why even say that you're gonna have lunch the next day? Like that was just dumb as hell. So she ends up fast forward meeting this guy, tall, dark, and handsome. Um, on no, she went live one day, and he, you know how you go live and random people can comment, especially like on TikTok. So they have a date, they go out a few times. So she decides to give him the draws. And he was leaving, pretty much doing the love bombing thing, leaving her a note after in the morning, breakfast, and all this stuff. Then and I feel like she definitely moved too fast, bought him a gift, and then she saw him out with a woman. And so she was blowing his phone up. First of all, now this girl is 34, right? I think this is the result of not getting enough dating experience when you're younger, because at 34, first of all, you shouldn't even be, if you're expecting a relationship from a man, having sex before y'all are established, more times than not, it doesn't work. I know there's people that are like, well, my husband, we had sex 2 days after we met. We're still together. Okay, y'all are the exception, not the rule. The fact is, most cases, if you have sex with a man quickly, he's going to be like, and I don't know why guys have this in their head, but they look at it like you do that with everybody. If you do it with me, you do it with everybody. It's like, damn, maybe I was just feeling you, like, geesh. But anyway, that's just how it works. She was blowing him up, screaming and crying. She's just losing her damn mind off of this dude. And then her friend was like, well, how you get over a man, you get under one. I think the saying is you get over them by getting under a new one or some shit. So she just literally starts meeting randoms back to back to back. I'm not gonna say she had sex with all of them, but she was pretty much getting kind of promiscuous. And it's like, this is what I was saying. I did a review on a movie called I forgot what it was called, but on my thumbnail I said this is what happens when women have low self-esteem and zero hobbies. Instead of taking all this time trying to get over him by screwing other guys, you could just be picking up some new hobbies. Learn a new language, take a salsa class. If you're looking for something that's free, go walking when it's nice outside. Reading. Damn, knitting, crochet. Learn how to make soap. Learn how to make candles. Take a braiding class if you don't know how to do hair. Like, find something to do until your interest is so piqued that you're not worrying about some guy that has ghosted your ass that you saw with another woman anyway. And what's so crazy is when she saw him with the woman, she was acting so like, oh my, like she was betrayed, crying in the car with the window down. It's like, girl, first of all, you can't be mad at him because it's not like he said, you and I are together. Y'all are not exclusive. So why are you breaking down, crying in the car, all upset? Like, so when you read the description on this on Tubi, it's saying something about something sinister going on, right? So she works at the daycare at the church. And so this, I don't know why I thought this part was funny, because I was like, come on, man. So the little kid drew a picture of her, and then there was this black cloud looking thing next to her. And she was like, on the picture, and she was like, what is that? And the little kid was like, that's your friend. And I'm like, what the fuck? So basically, I guess they were trying to say like that one guy that she was feeling, he left like a dark cloud. Like she would hear stuff in her house. She started having nightmares and stuff. Started stalking the man. She went to the house that they first had dinner at. That was a damn Airbnb. Come to find out, and he quote unquote cooked dinner. Come to find out, he's a waiter at this restaurant. So that nice food that she had, that she was like, ooh, you should be a chef, came from an actual chef at the restaurant that he worked at. Like, he lied about where he lived, lied about his occupation. I think he said he was a software engineer or something. And it's like, girl, and then this is the part that killed me. Her friend was like, when she was confiding, because she confides in her friend throughout the movie about her love life. Her friend's like, oh, girl, I'm getting married. That's what I wanted to tell you. And then she was like, what? She was basically like, I can't believe you're talking about getting married and you're pretty much telling me to do all this, whatever. And she was like, I can't believe I listened to you. Again, girl, you are 34 years old. You too damn old for peer pressure. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. I've never believed in peer pressure, even when I was like, I remember back in the day, I don't know if they still do this now in elementary and middle schools, but back in the 90s, they had the DARE program, Drug Awareness Resistance Education. That's what it stood for. Because, the 90s was all about war on drugs and all that shit. I think that was 80s and 90s. So they were like, so what are some reasons that people try drugs? And peer pressure was one of them. And they would give you little scenarios like, Johnny's friend Michael had some weed. And he said, if you don't smoke it with me, you're not friends. So Johnny smoked it. I've never believed in that. Like, I'm not going to sit there and do something that could possibly cause harm to me. Trying to be friends with you. We just want to be friends. So it's like, girl, you're 34 years old, meeting randoms all online. hooking up with them because you're trying to get over somebody else. Now, I will say this. I did see myself in her. I used to was looking for love in all the wrong places too, but I wasn't 34, okay? I was like 10, 12, 13 years younger than that. So, but so I don't know if she was just like sheltered because she said she had been sexually absent for a few years. So anyway, she finally works through it, talks to the older woman at her church, and of course, we get hit with the bombshell. The dude that had lied about where he worked or where he lived, he's now the new pastor at her church. And I'm like, girl, I said, when the credits came up, I'm like, man, we probably gonna need a part two because I want to see how this is gonna go down. Is he gonna lie and act like he don't know her? Like, what's gonna happen with this? So overall, I enjoyed this film. It was very, like I said, it had that southern comforting feeling, coziness, even though they kind of had some thriller elements to it. I still feel like it was it could be in a category of like a nice rom-com, but not all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because of the thriller aspect. But let me know what you think about this, A Single Christian. All right. Shout out to my 202 subbies. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed. But you know you can by hitting that button for me. I very much appreciate it. Peace and blessings to every last one of you watching. Until next time.